Are you thinking about purchasing a probate property in Henderson, Nevada? In this video, we'll be going over some of the challenges and advantages and how the probate process works. Stay till the end of the video for some of my personal tips for probate property buyers. So let's talk about the cons. Con number one of the first things to keep in mind is time frames. Buying a home in probate typically takes much longer than one that is not. This is because the probate court must approve the sale. Timeframes to get heard on the court calendar can be anywhere from 3 weeks to 4 months. During COVID, the courts were really backed up, and once an offer was accepted, it would take months and months for the court to hear the case. Con number two, the executor of the estate might be exempt from completing disclosures. In Nevada, the Nevada Revised Statutes provides an exemption from completing the seller's real property disclosure for an administrator who takes temporary control of title for the sole purpose of selling the property on behalf of a person who's deceased. It's likely that the administrator is not aware of any defects or the history of the property. Many times they've never lived in the home, and the property is generally sold as is. It's always a good idea to have a home inspection and be aware of any repairs that could be needed. Con number three, you won't hear this from a lot of agents, but another thing to keep in mind is the deceased relative may have passed away in the property. I've had a handful of properties where the deceased relative passed away in the home and wasn't found for months. In those situations, hazmat may be required to come and make repairs to the property. In Nevada, the seller's not required to disclose if the seller passed away in the property unless the home caused the death. I recommend as a buyer, you always ask if someone passed away in the home. So let me ask you a question. Have you come across some of these challenges yet? Or maybe something different? Let me know in the comments below. So with those three cons, what is the pro to buying a home? Well, there's one big pro, and you're gonna wanna hear this one because it's valuable information. Well, if you're looking to score a home at a reduced price, purchasing a probate property can be a good option. The big pro for probate properties is the lower price. As the home requires court approval, some buyers will be scared off and unwilling to deal with the risk or timeframes. This will bring less demand and competition for these types of properties. Also, the heirs might be motivated to sell the home quickly and more willing to accept a lower price. Usually they are not wanting to spend a lot of money on improvements, so investors can purchase the home at a lower price and make these improvements for a profit. If you're new to my channel, hi there, Leslie Carver here, your expert guide in the real estate market with a special focus on probate properties and Sun City Anthem. I'm here to offer advice, insight, and updates to help you make an informed decision when it comes to purchasing or selling real estate in Las Vegas. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified when a new video drops. Let's keep going. What is the probate buying process? A probate property is one that is part of an estate, typically one whose owner has passed away without a will. Even if there is a will, in Nevada, probate may be required to sell the property. The home will then go through the legal process known as probate. During this process, the court determines who should inherit the property and how the proceeds will be split. A probate sale starts with the court appointing an estate representative. Once the court has appointed an administrator, the paperwork can be signed and the property listed for sale. Once an offer has been accepted, the court must be petitioned to approve the sale. Since they manage the estate, they'll have to petition the court to seek permission to sell the property. Court approval might be required to approve the sale also. At the court hearing, they will open it up for bids on the property. Probate court is held on Friday mornings, and there's generally multiple investors at the court who bid on properties. I recommend as a buyer that you attend the court hearing as well. The executor of the will is the personal representative responsible for carrying out the terms of the will. In Nevada, there are two types of executor. First, an executor who's either appointed by the will or named within the will. Or second is an administrator who's appointed by the court, who's normally a relative or appointed as a guardian to serve on behalf of minor children. So now let me ask you a question. How comfortable are you buying a property through probate? Comment below. Let's continue and now talk about my tips when buying a probate property. I recommend always having an inspection and have that contingency begin upon acceptance of the offer. This way you'll be able to inspect the property and know about any repairs prior to probate court, and you can negotiate a credit or repairs at that time. Write other contingencies such as financing or appraisal to begin once you have court approval. This way you're not spending time or money on those items until you know you've secured that approval. And as I mentioned earlier, it never hurts to ask if the deceased passed away in the property. Well, I hope this video has helped you know more about probate properties. If you have more questions on buying or selling a probate property or anything real estate, please contact me. My information's on the description below. For more videos about probate properties, make sure to check out one of my videos on the screen. Appreciate you for watching and see you on the next one.